Hi friends, how is everyone today? Yes, I filmed this look. It's actually inspired by my friend Alexandra. I'll tag her. She did the most beautiful look. It's probably still on her story. So if you want to go look at it, go follow her. So I have on Estee Lauder Double Wear and I love it. But you know what? I didn't love it yesterday. I bought these two shades and I heard that the shades were going to be different, and they are, but I still wear Outdoor Beige. Outdoor Beige is just, that's what I have on. It's a little bit lighter than the original, which I'll show you on my hand. And the other shades I bought were Dusk and Fresco, but those were too light for me. They might have been okay back in December, but obviously I'm going to keep them. I like to keep things like that for reference. But I love it. But I'm going to tell you why I didn't like it yesterday and why I love it today. So yesterday when I applied it, it didn't look terrible. That's not what I'm saying. It just didn't look this smooth. This looks delightful. I need to put more blush on this side. I wiped it off. I was filming something. Ignore that. I have always, this is the original, for this exact formula, I do my skin prep, but this did not have all of the new skincare that the new formula has, okay? So when I went to apply the new formula, I was like, oh, I'll scale back my skincare. This has hyaluronic acid, and then I don't know the other stuff, but it says skin loving ingredients. That usually means skincare. But even with the skincare that's in the new formula, skin prep. I put this under it, by the way. This stuff is good. This one is from Haru Haru Wonder, and it's this essence. Y'all know I love an essence, but I would do this right before makeup. I'm just gonna put a little bit. It's milky, and I feel like no matter your skin type, you're gonna love this. It's not sticky. It made my makeup look better today. It really, and it's so easy. Sometimes I feel like skin prep can be a little overwhelming, so it's nice when I find something that I just threw on and it made me adore this foundation. So I want to say that these are definitely even on the more affordable. This brand is more affordable. So yeah, you're going to be sick of this one. Another thing of skincare that I cannot live without, these Glow Recipe little cheek sheets. I know that sounds funny, but they are toner pads, but I put them on as masks and they fit perfectly where my cheeks flare up. I will not exist without these now. If you have cheeks like mine that just flare up, feel hot, and sometimes when I put on masks before makeup, that gets a little peely. This doesn't mess with my makeup either. So I'm really, really excited for these. And I've been wearing them almost every single day, and I still have quite a few left, but I am gonna need to buy more. I'm not living skincare life without these. Now for the Leaked Labs things, my final verdict is, I don't know. I don't know. I think that maybe the kind of idea behind the brand is to spark conversation, and that's what they've done. They're a little difficult to put on, and they're messy, but I mean, they're pretty. So I feel like a conversation has been started. Yeah, that's what they are. They're just a fun little conversation starter. This has nothing to do with talking about what I've tried, but this is back forever. I did do another tutorial, which I will post probably next week. Yeah. That's pretty exciting, and it's there forever. It's not limited edition. Fun. Just a really nice hydrating mist, and it's very affordable. You're gonna be seeing me switch to this one. Look how much I've already used. I'm a menace. It says dewy, but I know that sometimes we get afraid. We'll watch this dry, but we get afraid of the word dewy. Let's get rid of that and just go back to hydrating. Just think of this as a hydrating mist. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel sticky. Even if you're oily, I would still absolutely recommend this, especially if you're someone that wears powder and then sometimes we over powder, we as in me. This is delightful. And then we can still use this to reactivate if we need to, but we would just use a bunch. But look at how nice the mister is. You usually don't see that with more affordable setting sprays, or I should say hydrating sprays. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. This isn't new, but I bought a new one. That's kind of a big deal, right? I can't stop using this. I'm still using 2.5C. It's getting a little too light for me. In fact, this look that I recreated, I was more excited to do it, but then didn't realize how tan I was. And when you see it, I don't even use bronzer. I have bronzer on now, but I'm still a little tan. I was excited because it was gonna be a really good recreation, but I'm more tan than I thought I was. But anyways, I love this concealer and I repurchased it. When I first tried this product, I liked it, but I like it better for underpainting. So if you're someone that likes to underpaint, maybe revisit this. This is the Too Faced stick. I just feel that this texture and how pigmented it does stay is so wonderful for underpainting, and the way that it blends. It's a little too wet to go on top of my makeup. It is, and I feel like that's, and when things are really, really wet and then say they're going on top of double wear, sometimes they can turn gray and get muddy, but underneath it kind of just sits there and it becomes friends with the foundation. And also because it's already spread out, because I'm taking the C43 and I'm blending it out before the foundation. When we're going on top of the foundation and then trying to blend, it gets a little bit more complicated. So that's why I wanted to talk about this one more time. I love this if you like to underpaint. I really liked this, the way it performed. I love the accessibility when it comes to the packaging, but like I even said when I did the tutorial, which is on my saved highlights, this is for someone, I feel, just starting their makeup journey. If you don't have a bunch of palettes already, I would absolutely recommend this, but I feel like if you have been on a makeup journey for a couple of years, you probably have something very similar, but it's very beginner friendly in terms of not only the colors, but even the formula. It's very easy to blend. Very, very user-friendly. I love it. I think it's fantastic, but I just want to be mindful and remind so many of us that we probably have this already. Oh, the matte correctors. I think that there are these two shades, and if you have a deeper skin tone, this one is going to, basically they're the opposite. This one is going to neutralize yellow. So if you have a yellow foundation, anything sallow around the face, remember sallow skin equals yellow usually, so that. And then if you have, listen, a lot of times when we have dark spots and even a fresh blemish, depending on your skin tone, I know it looks red, but there's usually quite a bit of purple in there. So this is gonna be great for that. Really anywhere there's any kind of a red purple on the face. I love the formula with all of them, but I feel like for the other shades, I still like my LA Girl, but these two shades are very unique and helpful for deeper skin tones. So I think that's everything that I can think of, but I know this is short. Give me a second, I'll get this look up. But I wanted to talk a little bit. But I'm really trying, in this year of our Lord, 2026, I'm trying my best to not overwhelm you with just always yapping about every single launch, because I don't want you to feel like you need it. You can even DM me and ask me, hey, have you tried this? So I feel like not only does it just kind of bring us all closer and we can talk in DMs, but it doesn't feel like I'm going, oh, now buy this. Oh, now buy this. Oh, now buy this. Because it's a lot. But if you need help using it, you can always let me know about that too. I love you with all my heart. Let me go get my extra cup of coffee for the day, and then I will edit this video and we'll have a full tutorial as well. I love you with all of my heart. Bye for now. How beautiful this look is that my friend Alexandra French did. I had to recreate it. So it looks like this is the palette she used, and these are actually creams, which I like the idea of this. Now we're going to probably need to cool this down and tailor this look more to my skin tone. I'm going to be a menace for just a minute. Look, my brushes are rebelling. They don't even want me to tell you about them. And all I was going to say is if you see me use a brush, it's my brush. I have a brush company and I like them. They're really, really nice. That's all I was going to say. It's okay. Now, one of the things, other than her beautiful artistry, obviously, but one of the things I love about the look, it's in between this cool and warm, and I thought that was going to be a really fun color theory moment because she has very, very fair skin, the model does, and it looks like it's a little bit cooler on her, so I'm going to have to tailor this a little bit. I'm going to stick with the creams. I'm just going to switch brushes so I can have a little bit more precision. Just kind of wanted to buff on a base with the E29, the fluffier brush. And then let me cover my freckles. I'm excited I get to do a beauty mark today. Fun fact, my beautiful mother, she has a beauty mark here on her face, and my entire life I have thought that is the prettiest thing ever. So if you have a beauty mark, I think that they are so, so beautiful. Before we get wild and I start grabbing blue eyeshadow to cool this down, let's try to see if we can cool it down just a little bit. with this. You can even see that this shade is cooler than the cream, so I think we might be off to a good start. I'm just applying this with the fluffier brush so I get a more diffused application. And really what that means, that term used to even confuse me, it just means you're not applying as much. It's just softer, less shadow. Anytime something's fluffier, it's gonna pick up less product. Now, I'm not out here ready to expose secrets, but I have makeup artist friends. Some of my friends are the people that do some of your favorite looks on your favorite celebrities. And whenever I see a taupey shadow in their looks, I almost always know it's these two shades mixed from this exact Viseart palette. I'm not naming names and I ain't gonna get nobody in trouble, but if you see a taupe, I can almost promise you it's those two. And this kind of brings me to one more little subject I wanted to touch on, because the shadow isn't that complicated. Look how cool that is already. The shadow look isn't that complicated, so I wanted to yap a little bit. If you are a working makeup artist, or you just really want to get better at makeup, something that really kind of elevated where I was doing recreations and really studying the colors. And that even helped me with color theory. It really just helped me in every aspect of artistry. So if you can, and to this day, it's one of the reasons I love recreating, because it's a challenge and you really learn from it. And you're also kind of placing that person's technique on your face. And I really think that that's something that we need to do if we enjoy makeup, or especially if we're going to make it our career. This shade right here also looks a little bit cooler. I might actually just tap here, and then I'm gonna put a little there, and then it looks like there's a little bit of definition, kind of this shadowing out this way. So it looks like it's a tight line, which means in between the lashes, but then I already have some over here. I was seeing where I wanted to go with it. Yeah, it looks like a tight line here. It doesn't go too smudgy up here. It's definitely on the waterline. I love these, by the way. We're gonna do one eye at a time. It's not a wing. Y'all know how bad I wanna wing it. This brush is soft enough that I can kind of push it up under here too to make sure it's really coating the lashes. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Take the fluffy brush again and that cream shadow and just smudge. But we want to keep the definition over here, but just this should look a little lived in. And I think that's really part of the beauty of the look. And then I always like to add just a little bit more depth at the lash line. Now I can't really finish underneath here till I get some complexion on. That's next. Throw on some mascara. I'm trying to decide if I want to do lashes. I kind of think that in the picture, I have it right here somewhere. Oh, that's Doug. Yeah, there's definitely not lashes, and I think that's part of what I like about it. Wish I had pretty green eyes. My friend Brian gave me this mascara, and I really like it. It's Sephora collection too. It's the Size Up waterproof. I like this. Now before I set my under eye with any powder, I have all my concealer on. I'm gonna take this shade, and then we can set this with our powder since it is a cream. Next thing I'm gonna do is take this shade, and it looks like it's brightened up a little bit into here. Tap, tap, tap. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And don't forget, as the powders kind of sit on my skin, they're gonna dull a little bit more. So I'm gonna take a whisper of this shade. See how I'm using that E29 again, so I'm not depositing too much shadow, and it looks like there's kind of this little situation here. Back into this shade, just to kind of blur. I'm gonna take this NARS Amore shade on a C41, and it looks like the blush is kind of this way. Now I am gonna do this, but I feel like the dragging motion just kind of shows you exactly where it's at. I always recommend tapping. I've been reaching for this lip liner. This is Sephora collection, Frappuccino. I just love this color. I might need something a little bit more orange, but let's see. And I'm so excited because I get to use my MAC Lip Erase. I use the shade Light Cool. Hang on now before y'all start hooting and hollering and being mean to me in the comments. I'm gonna start to shade with it. I like to do this because not only do I get more precision, but it also blends the lip liner into, say, the lipstick or the MAC lip erase. We'll get there. And then I'm gonna take this more yellowy peach nude. This is Annie from Lawless. And then still just keep shading. Recreations are really where I started to understand color theory. I want to mention that. The lip liner to match the picture needs to be a little bit more orange, so I'm just going to add a little bit of this. It's literally called Pumpkin Spice. I believe this is a new shade of Artist Color Pencil from Makeup Forever. So it'll just add a little bit of the orange that we need to match the picture. Then I'm going to take that liner we used in the beginning, but I'm going to pop that on with an E26. There we go. We check my work a little bit. Obviously, she is more fair and she has beautiful eyes, but I will say I feel like this really brightens up my brown eyes. All right, my friends, this is our finished look. I love it so much. Alex is an incredible artist. Please make sure you're following her. She's so inspiring to me, and I think that you would get inspired too. All right, I love y'all so much. Until the next video, bye for now.